It's time to play your brain cell's least favorite game, Plant That Face! It's a visit to Skyloft. We have to do this at least once, even though I have nothing to pick up at Beatles. I just realized that he ripped his pants, exposing his entire butt, and then patched up the whole thing. Where do we land? Ouch! So I land on the stairs with my face planted in the wall. Okay. Not as good as the bench, but still worth doing. Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Last time, we made a return to Skyloft, and I had bones to pick with, a certain person of the Sheikah tribe. Yeah, we'll just say that. But more importantly, I wouldn't say it was as important though, but still. Worthy of note, we made preparations before heading down to the surface once again because we need to head to the sealed grounds, and this time that is exactly what we are doing, so let's get started. Just gonna hop on our bird. It is a very short trip over that way. I don't even think we have any opportunities to use any rings to fly through to make it go faster. We can just go. Boost again, boost a third time, go into a nosedive. And we're not quite there yet. Because, you know, flying is known for being so slow. I promise that's the most negative note that's going to be at the start of this. We're not going to be quite as bad as last time. Rough landing. I think I might have broke something. Hey, Link, seriously, didn't anyone ever teach you how to land without crash? Whoa! Birds? Tiny birds? What are they? And what is that thing? But how? Why? What? Where am I? What's going on here? Ever since Zelda vanished, you've been zipping in and out of town all in a hurry. So I figured I'd tell you, and you might lead me to Zelda. But this is so wild. Seriously, what is that thing over there? And what's with all these trees? There are so many. Just give it to me straight! I can take it! Where are we? Is Zelda here? What's the deal with this place? If there's supposed to be nothing below the clouds, what's all this? Well, you see, a flamboyant demon lord captured Zelda with a tornado, and while chasing after her, one thing led to another, and now I'm best friends with a giant talking butt and a bunch of mole people. True story, the end. Whoa, you're kind of imploding my mind right now, but I think I get what you're saying. If I've got this right, Zelda is down here and she's okay? She's okay. Oh wow, that is so great. Hearing that is such a huge weight off my mind. You know, Link, it's sort of alright down here. This place needs a name. Yeah, a name fitting for this rugged, adventurous wilderness. From now on, we'll call it Grooseland! So, let me see if I've got this right. The old lady living in the temple down the road here knows where Zelda is? I see. Right, Link. Thanks for getting me here. You've done a good job. You can head home. Big Groose will handle the search for Zelda from here. Yup. I'll track her down, save her, and then give her a lift back to Skyloft. Then, when we get back, I'll ask her if she wants to make our whole going out thing official, and then the two of us will get some quality time together. Anyway, the point is your work here is done. I got it covered from here. Now, it's off to go find that old lady you were talking about. Catch you later, Link! He almost made a change for the better. You at least got to give him points for caring about what's going on. So, he makes it down to the surface without a sailcloth and lives. He attracts the rarest of all collectibles to his head without even trying. And I would say that his tears can cure cancer, but he's never cried, though. But we've kind of seen him crying for like the last several weeks of his life, so that's not exactly true now, is it? But still, maybe he does deserve a little bit of credit. This blue feather is shiny. I am glad to grab it, and we saw that you were over here. Oh, hey, bud. We meet again. In a hurry as usual, eh? Yup, I have been keeping busy, too, checking out the wonders of the world. Say, you want to hear about some of my research? Nah. Oh? That is too bad. Well, if you ever get in a researchy kind of mood, you know where to find me. I want to know. I was just trying to extort you for another rare collectible. You know how it is. Times are tough. You got to do these sorts of things. Okay, bud. Prepare to be amazed. I made a huge discovery while I was out doing my field research. So get a load of this. Apparently there are walls and statues that respond to beautiful tones. Wild, right? Want to know more? Of course. All right! That is the kind of archaeological enthusiasm I like to see. But before we get into the fascinating details of walls and statues, there is something I had better ask you about, bud. You ever hear of a blessed butterfly? No, the game sure thinks I haven't, even though I've picked up 40 of them. Oh, right, so a blessed butterfly is this kind of pretty blue butterfly. You may not believe it, but they are super handy. They live in all kinds of, or hardy, they live in all kinds of places you would never expect. Even in a little land like this, you will see plenty of them. Ancient tomes mention these butterflies flapping around in packs by certain walls and statues. Seems like the butterflies have some kind of sixth sense. They are detecting, something. Want to hear more? Please. Which are you interested in? Walls? From what I have learned, it sounds like these walls were left behind by the goddess for the hero mentioned in the legends. The things the hero desires are said to spring forth from the walls. That is why they call them goddess walls, I suppose. Hungry to hear more? Goddess walls. Great name. That is the spirit! But sadly, that is as far as my research. Were you just leading me on when you asked if I wanted to know about the statues? What a jerk. Cool. All right, just keep your nose in your map. Let's take a look and see what his map actually shows. Great cartography skills he got there. If you look, it is actually a blurred version of the surface map, so if he can read it, if it's legible to him, I guess that's the important thing. Let's get... Did I get all of them? Yes! Oh, I love the big bug net already. That's the first time that wider mouth has been so useful. Got 4 of those dang things. That Hercules beetle that we had before respawned. I don't know if that's the name. There's something horn. No, woodland rhino beetle. Animal Crossing is rubbing off on me and keeping me with those names. A lot of collectibles, but the thing that he was saying about blessed butterflies having things for us. I thought there were some over here. Maybe they're up on top of the ledge? No? I guess not. Maybe they appear later. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I'm not totally sure, but the sealed temple beckons us. We have farted around getting collectibles long enough and listening to explanations over and over again. Let's get on with what we need to do. Huh? You gotta be kidding me, Granny! You're messing with me. Say it again. I dare you. I only speak the truth. You are not the one who will save her. The Spirit Maiden, your Zelda, can only be saved by another. It has been his fate to do this thing, and in doing so save us, as it was decided long before you were brought crying into this world. Shut it, Granny! You obviously don't know me well, because if you did, you know that if anyone's gonna save Zelda, it's Groose! How could it not be me? Plus, if it ain't me, why would I even be here? Pfft. If I'm not up to the job of being the hero, just who is? Huh? Oh, Now I get you. Link, Granny here has been trying to tell me you're gonna be the big hero who rescues Zelda. What a joke! Look, all I've heard so far is a bunch of babbling about destiny, but that's a load of garbage. I know you, and you're no hero, shrimp. Greetings, Link. Were you able to catch up with Zelda? Ah, I see. So the Guardian was there as well, was she? The one you saw by Zelda's side is known as Impa. She is a being sent forth by the goddess to aid Zelda in her quest. Could have fooled me, but the two have traveled somewhere in order to accomplish the great task destiny has set before them. However, now that Impa has destroyed the gate that they used, there is only one way left to find them. You must make use of the harp given to you by Zelda. Tell me, Link, have you attempted to play the harp that you received? My sense is that you have not familiarized yourself with it. Very well, I shall teach you how to play it. Listen well, and do as I say. First, press up to ready your harp. Then press A to prepare to strum it. Remember when I said that we'd be getting to my least favorite item in the very near future? Well, that very near future is now. That we're in the future from the time that I said that. You hold A, and this is all it is. You just strum in rhythm with some sort of visual cue. There is no way to select individual notes. All you do is strum it rapidly like a 5-year-old. This is hands down the lamest musical instrument in the entire series. Like, when getting it, you think like, oh wow, a harp could be really cool. It could sound really nice, you know? It could be a really cool musical instrument. Yeah, it could have been, but it wasn't. You don't get to really play any music on it so much as just strum it. All because they wanted to incorporate motion controls into it. It's impressive how well motion controls work for items like bombs and the sword and the beetle and stuff like that, but this is not one of those items. This should have just been controlled by buttons so you could actually, oh, I don't know, play music on your instrument. I'm sorry, I said I wouldn't be overly negative. I guess the mention of Impa just kind of brings out the worst in me. Now for your next lesson. Focus and play in time with the pulsing circle of light. When your timing is right, I shall join my voice to your harp. Listen well, for the song I will sing will be of great help to you in your journey. You learn the Ballad of the Goddess. It is a mysterious melody that has been passed down from ancient times. The harp you hold is known as the Goddesses Harp. It is a divine instrument of the goddess who once watched over this land. The melodies it brings to life have the power to produce a variety of strange and otherworldly effects. The great slab standing before you is known as a Gate of Time. It is the last of its kind in existence, the only portal binding our world to the one where Zelda now resides. If you manage to open the gate and pass through, you will likely end up in the same place as Zelda. But you will need to endure many hardships and put yourself in great danger to awaken the gate from its dormant state. Though your journey will put you in harm's way, Link, you must endure. It is your fate as the chosen hero of the Goddess. This shaking, I fear the seal has been broken. I expected that it would react to your summoning the gate, but I never imagined the seal would break so quickly.
Link, there will be time to explain later. Right now, you must hurry to the bottom of the pit outside.
Before all else, I highly recommend that you save at the very next opportunity before you go onward. There is no save point available in here, but there should be one just right outside. Whoa! What's with all the shaking? The whole ground is heaving. I thought it was supposed to be solid down here.
Go quickly, Link. Check on the ceiling spike at the center of the pit. There is nothing natural about these tremors. That monster could free itself at any moment. Approach the pit with caution.
Let us not throw caution to the wind, and instead just find a save point before we go onward. Never mind, there actually was a bird statue inside of the temple. It was just behind a pillar. I sincerely hope this was not on camera for a split second and I didn't notice it. Now with that done, we go down to the ground. Meet the Imprisoned!
I knew it! The seal has given way! I'll explain later, but now is the time for action. We must keep that beast from escaping that pit. It must not reach the temple.
Should it reach the sealed temple, instant game over. The way that most people do this is by channeling their inner me and chopping off his toes. As he stomps around, he will release shockwaves. You can see it being telegraphed right here, and you can block that with your shield. How does it work? In the exact same way that you block a laser from a BMOS with it. You gotta slash its toes many times to make them explode into mounds of pus, and after you have destroyed all 4 toes at one time, that foot will no longer be able to hurt you. Destroy all of its toes, and it goes plummeting to the ground. Once you have achieved this, you just gotta run around to the other side and do 3 upward slashes into its forehead. And normally I would be all for defeating a boss by chopping off its toe. But I said that is the way that most people fight him, and putting it mildly, I'm not most people. As Hades would say, there's more than one way to get rid of a bad chicken nugget, so how about we restart things? This is the real reason I wanted to save. The way that I like to do things is catch one of these updrafts, and once you're on top of a cliff, just jump right onto its head directly. Don't even bother with the toes at all. Do a downward sword draw, do a spin attack. That is it. Doing it this way is a lot more fast-paced, a lot more fun. You leave yourself a lot less open to damage. And yeah, he does get on his belly and just kind of slide his way up, getting a little bit of distance after each hit, just like he would otherwise. But hey, not like it's really avoidable in that way. You just gotta head him off, make sure that you stay 1 level above him, 1 step ahead, and you should be pretty good. This way is actually pretty fun. I like it a lot. It makes just things so much better, and it's a shame that a lot of people fight it the other way, because I'll admit that I don't like fighting it that way either, and that is how I did it my first time, and back then I didn't enjoy it. I saw a lot of people saying like, oh god, I can't wait for you to get to the Imprisoned though, because there is nothing you could say or do that could make me think that this fight is anything good or fun, but maybe I did. I certainly hope that it was possible, contrary to what people were telling me, that there was nothing I could do or say to make this fight defendable in any way, shape, or form, because I can understand hating the fight if you do it the other way, but this strategy, I think, is actually pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. It's right up there. We're already in position, ready to drop down for another attack. We can use our sailcloth. We need to stop a little bit early. Get near the edge. You can use the camera to, like, look down really easily. His spire has popped out again. I think we're pretty good to drop down into his head for the 3rd time. Whoop. Did I? Nope, I didn't. I actually missed. Okay. So I gotta try the updraft again. Still better than the time that we would have gotten doing the toes. Hopping on up. And okay, this should be a lot easier. Yeah, the camera's cooperating a lot better so I can actually see where I'm going. Just stand close to the ledge. Should be able to get up onto him without much trouble. And that's it. Wasn't so bad at all, was it? Now, Link. Strike that sealing spike with a Skyward strike and restore the seal, quickly. Nice going, Link. Though the Imprisoned had only just begun to awaken and break its bonds, I'm impressed you were able to restore the seal, keeping it captive. Unfortunately, you have only succeeded in buying us a little more time in which to act. The behemoth you beat back into confinement is a horror of unspeakable power. Judging by what I saw, I would not be surprised if the seal gave way again soon. So you are left with precious little time to complete the task with which you have been entrusted. Return to the sealed temple, Link. There is much to discuss.